can answer this way. In my immediate family, so the first word that is, okay, immediate family. So you can say, in my immediate family, I live with my mother, father, and my sibling. And you can say, you want to use the word live. It's okay, why not? But you can have better. So you can say, my grandparents, meanwhile, okay, that is strong linking. So let me give you this word that is meanwhile, okay, live, reside, nearby. So you can say, so I'm fortunate, I'm lucky to visit them, okay, regularly. But we don't share the same household. This is your answer, okay? When you want to say about meanwhile, it's really strong linking and it shows contrast. Like, but, okay, reside, that is really good. So you can say live. And of course, unfortunate, that is really good. I'm lucky. So you can use this. And let me give you the meaning of them. Just reside, live. Okay, nearby, you know that. Actually, it's like, really good when you want to say close, when you want to say near, you can use. And you can also use however. It's your choice, okay? And this one, share the same household. It's really good idiomatic phrase. So, and you can use it. And what it means we don't live together. We don't share the same household. We don't live together. Okay?
Yes.
Wow, very good. Now, the next question, if you're ready. Okay, the next question. Do you get along well with your family?
Um, of course, yes. Especially my mom. I think she's my best friend because every day I share the my daily life with her, and then she gives me some advice for the next time. Mm, yes. So beside that, she's because she's a teacher, so sometimes she also like teach me something about my lessons. Yes.
Ah, you have a teacher at home, so you're lucky. That's good.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So of course, it's really good. So, like, having a teacher at home is really helpful because actually you don't have any issues with reviewing lessons, and so that's perfect. Very good. You're lucky. Okay, very good. Let's see. Uh, I feel you said especially, yes, of course, especially my mom. Of course, perfect, very good. And you said she's my best friend. And because every day I see her, let's change it. Okay, so how uh for band 9, I feel especially close to my mom or mother. I consider her my best friend. Okay? Why? Since we see each other daily. Okay? We
Yes.
share every day. Here, every day is used as an adjective. Everyday experiences. So this one is better. And uh, you said she gives you advice. That is really good. Let's change it a little bit. She often offers valuable advice. Why? You said for future situations. Okay? And moreover, you can use it as and. Okay? She's a teacher and she also helps clarify, okay, parts of my schoolwork. Yeah. Now let's talk about the phrases that I just used. Okay. Actually, about I consider. This is I consider her my best friend. This is really strong expression, so you can use it. Okay. And see each other daily. This is really good collocation. Collocation, as I told you, do you remember the definition of collocation? I discussed it, like, some words that are, expected to be and to come together. For example, when I say tall and high rise, both are synonym. Or, for example, when I say to see each other daily, it's a good collocation combination of words and it's really good. And of course, share everyday experience. It's really rich phrasing, so it's good. Offer invaluable advice. It's better. Moreover, and, but, of course, we can say more advanced. So, especially close, consider her my best friend. There are different phrases that you can use. Okay. Well, do you have any question related to the meaning of them, or they're
Mm,
understandable? Okay, very good. Well, and now the next one.
Um,
Yeah,
I can I go as for 1 minute?
of course, of course.
Yes. I'm done.
Okay, very good. Well, okay, the next question. Let's see what I have. How much time do you spend with your family?
Um, so now I'm in a vacation, so I have quite a lot of time with my family, especially my grandparents. So the recent time I usually come to their home and help them with some housework. Yes,
Very
that's it.
good. That's it? I'm sorry,
Yes,
I interrupted you. Just it was done.
I
Yes?
know.
I'm
Yes, it's
sorry.
done.
Okay. Well, I'm in a vacation. It's in, so if we are not in, we normally on. If you want to use it, so preposition on. I'm on vacation, so this one. And now you can use currently. So you can say, I'm currently on vacation. This one is so. Now I want to give you some phrases, some good phrases. So you want to say that, for example, you said I have time, right? Quite a lot of time, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see what can we use. So I have ample time to spend with my family. Exactly what you said, but it shows your lexical range. Like, I have good vocabulary range, strong vocabulary. So it's like, it's and, it means quite a lot. Okay, but what's the difference? So, what's the difference when quite a lot and ample? So this one is more formal, more advanced, but pay attention that what I actually give you here appropriate for IELTS. You know that in everyday conversation, of course you say quite a lot, so it's okay. But this is IELTS, so we need to. And let me say, you can also use it for ice speaking. What you said is good, but if you want to boost your score, we have to replace some words with more advanced synonyms, okay? So this one, ample time, means quite a lot of time. That is stronger, more advanced and more formal. Okay, so you can use it this way. And to spend with my family, especially your grandparents, that was really good. And you said so the recent time. No, don't say so. Just say recently. Recently is better one. Why? So you can say recently. Why not this one? I've been visiting their home regularly. Okay, visiting. You are talking about. I think you said their home. What you said? Let me. I think you say I usually come to. Yes, you said I usually come to their home, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so we need to change it. You should say, first, I need present perfect continuous. Why? You are talking about in progress action, like, started since past and still continues. So you can say, and you are using recently, so you should say, I've been visiting their, okay, home regularly. This one is better. You can't say I come. Come is so basic and it's not correct here. And yeah, you said housework. I remember that you said housework. You can say maybe helping them with household chores. So helping them with household chores. This is better. Okay, it's more accurate. So this way you can boost, you can improve your answer. So for example, okay, so I've been visiting their home regularly, and I help them with various household chores, such as you want to give some example, tidying up, washing dishes, I don't know, everything that you want to add. Okay, well, get it?
Yes.
Okay, well, just if you want to add example here, for example, when I say household chores, so you want to add some examples, okay? Uh, you can use ing form of verbs. For example, of course, you can say wash the dishes, but washing, tidying up. If you want to make it more specific, you can add some examples, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, very good. And tell me about the last family party. When did you last have a family party?
Um, well, my family don't have the tradition to organize a party in my house. But let me think. I think the last time my family was gathered together is my birthday last 2 months. So my family go out uh, at the restaurants to have a dinner together, and then they sing a happy birthday song for me.
Very
I
good.
think, yeah.
I think I'm sorry. Just I feel like that you finish your answer because of that start talking. I'm sorry. So say continue. I think.
I think this is. I don't remember.
Yeah, okay. So just get together is really good one, but was got together? No, just we need to be careful when using these good phrases. So they're really good, but of course. So holding party. So let's see what you said. You said we have a tradition to organize a party in your house, right?
Yeah. No, we don't have.
Oh, we don't have. Sorry, you don't have. You don't have the tradition to organize. So let's see. It's okay. First of all, if you are talking about your family, my family doesn't have a tradition of hosting parties. So let's change it to this. My family doesn't have a tradition to organize, okay, to organize of hosting parties. This one is better. At our home. This is the first one. But, however, the last time we were all together. If you want to use was, because you said was got, you can't say get together. Yeah, it's your choice. You can say we got together. It's okay. So we have get together. It's okay. Or if you want to use be, you can say the last time, okay, we were all together this way. So we don't need get here, okay? Was about 2 months on my birthday, preposition on, and you went to restaurant to have dinner, and so you sang happy birthday song. So that was good. Okay, well, this way you can improve it, but let's see what other phrases we can. About 2 months ago, when you are actually talking, when you want to give time or time expression, if you're not sure about it, so which better to use about, that is really good. And went was good. And you sang a happy birthday song. That is really good, of course. So you can, so just a few phrases. Be careful when using some adverbs. If you're not sure, don't use. But of course, get together is really good. We got together or we had a get together. So it's your choice how to use it. But it was good. Okay. Well, and 2 months ago were your birthday. Was your birthday? Happy birthday to you. You turned. Ah, happy birthday. That's perfect.
Yeah, thank you.
Ah. Okay, well, so we discussed some questions related to part one of speaking. Okay, it's time to talk about part two and part three. I start with part three because I think we have better question to discuss. Then we will switch to part two. So, part three, you know that abstract questions, abstract answers, a little different. Okay. Uh, the first question, In what ways can people in a family be similar to each other? In what way? So you can hear, you can discuss both appearance and character. So let's see.
Go to each other. Um, I think there are two main reasons for this situation. The first one, I think, we're family, so we have the same gene. So the way we look like is absolutely. The second is like we live in the same environment. We live in like in a house, so our daily routine quite similar to each other. So it will affect how appearance will change and will look like. I think that
Just this? Okay, well,
yes.
okay. So I think you need to talk more. Okay, this is part three, but it's okay. Let's talk about. I like the idea. That was good. So let's see. Actually, it was good idea, but let's see how we can improve it. There are two main reasons why family members often look like. Okay, let's see. I want to give better words. So, main, not main, I want to say primary. So, there are two primary reasons that why family members often resemble, look like. Why not? And just each other. Okay. Why? The first part first. Uh first you talked about gene. It's okay. You said that first we have the same genes. It's okay, but maybe if I were you, I would say first we share the same genetic background. This one maybe is better. Yeah, like the same genes. And so you want to say that so we have the same appearance. Now, how to say? You can say which that strongly influences affect our physical appearance. Yeah, will look like, so will look like. And the second, of course, you live in the same environment, in similar environment. Yeah. So this can affect your lifestyle. So can, or maybe you don't need so that which. Okay, so what do you want? So here can affect. I don't want to use influence again because I used it. So it can affect our lifestyle and behaviors. Okay, just let me erase the content from the bird. I don't need them. Okay, so living. So we live in a similar environment. So of course it affects our lifestyle and our behavior. And so this way. Okay, and I want to add another one. So if you wanna, because coherence and cohesion is really important. So you can add another phrase to finish. Of course, you can finish it. You can say the second one, we live in the same or similar environment, which can affect our lifestyle and our behaviors, and further contributing to our resemblance. So why not? So you can say further contributing to our resemblance. This is really good, and because this way actually you are adding factors influencing resemblance. So that's really good. So I think it's really good. You can end. If no, I don't know, maybe just so this way you make your answer stronger. Okay. Well, so for example, if you make your response this way, you can get maybe band 9. Yeah. So who knows? Okay. Well, the next question. Any questions?
No.
Okay. Now, just let me give you some words and phrases. Are not bad if maybe you want to use them. When you want to, maybe you want to give example. For example, I extremely like, my mom or my dad. Okay. I have some phrases like spitting image. For example, you start talking about appearance and you can say that my brother is the spitting image of my dad. What does it exactly look like, my dad? Okay? Or I take after, look like my mom. So again, you can use these two first. Take after, that is phrasal verb, and of course spitting image. So these two phrasal verb and phrase to say look like. It's a good one. And of course, you can say that I have a good phrase. You can say the same maybe interest, the same personality actually, or characters often run in the family. It means normally family members have the same interest. So for example, you like, I don't know, your mom is teacher, maybe in the future you will be, maybe you are interested in teaching. Okay, so you can use also this phrase. It's a good one. And that's it. Well, let me see. The second question of part 3. Okay. In terms of personality, are people influenced more by their family or by their friends?
Can you say again?
In terms of personality, okay, I'm talking about personality. Are people influenced more by their family or by their friends? It means I'm asking if your friends influence you more than your family or no, your family.
Mm, this issue depends on the time we spend with our family or our friends. In situation one, if you spend more time with your friends, like go to school together, hang out together, we can strongly influence by by their personalities. Like we can be more active, more noisy when we with them. But on the other hand, if we spend more time with family, maybe we can be affected by their personality. For instance, take me like an example. I spend more time with my grandmother, so sometimes my mother uh, my often give like say that I quite like um I'm like the way I'm talking like my grandmother's like that.
The way I didn't catch that part. So, like, because you spend time most of the time with your mom. So you mean just, like you copy exactly the same behavior and the way that she talks? I didn't catch that
Yes.
word.
Yes.
So, okay. Uh, maybe, yeah. So it's like, because I didn't catch that word, like your grandmother or your mom, I didn't catch that part. So I know that you are influenced by by, for example, your mom's trait and behaviors. So, so you mean that you normally speak, since you spend a lot of time with your mom and adults, you tend to be actually like uh, more mature, and talk in a way that adults speak than, for example, teenagers, right? Because of this, you said like grandmothers. Yeah, you
I
mean
think
this?
yeah.
Yeah, you mean this, because
Yeah.
I want to be sure if I got it or no. So you mean this, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's see what other phrases I can give you to make it better. Of course, it's really interesting. I liked it. Okay. Well, you can say, so first, let's talk about this part, the last part, before I forget it. So you spend a lot of the significant amount of time with your mother and other adults, so especially your mother. So you tend to be more mature and speak in a manner similar to adults rather than teenagers. So actually, maybe you may adopt speech patterns similar to those of your grandmother. So let me give you here, so you can say it this way. You can say that since I spent, okay, a lot of time, if I want to make it a lot of time is perfect, but this is IELTS. So significant amount of time, okay, with my mother and maybe other adults, if or only your mom. So actually, I tend to be more mature, like, like adult, and speak in a manner similar to adults, then rather than teenagers. Okay? So as a result, human, I may adopt uh, speech patterns similar those of my grandmother, like this. Yeah, so this is clear. Now let's talk about your answer. Okay, well, you said that since, let me remember, it was like, I remember, what was the beginning? Could you say it again? I don't remember. Ah, it depends. I remember. So it depends the time that you spend. Yeah. Okay. By so how much you are influenced by others depends on the time spent with them. So, as you said, if you spend more time with friends, such as going to school, no, attending is better. Attending school together, not going. Or hanging out. Hanging out is really good, but this is IELTS, so socializing is better. Socializing or socializing. This one is better because this is IELTS, so we can strongly influenced by their, of course, personalities. Yeah, and maybe you said noisy, right? You said become more noisy. Yeah, you use the word
Yes.
noisy. Okay, maybe more extroverted. This one is better, not noisy. You mean more actually becoming more extroverted. So this better. On the other hand, conversely, spending more time with family. So you want to say, on the other hand, conversely, spending more time with family uh, may lead to, this is a good phrase, may lead to being influenced by their traits, behavior, and this is good collocation, traits and behaviors. Collocation like synonyms. For example, for instance, okay, for example is good, but for us, you can also say, for instance, that is really good. I spent a significant, considerable, significant amount of time with my mother, okay? And of course, so, and I actually am influenced, okay, by the way of speaking, her speaking or her speech, or you resemble, you look like, okay, her. So actually, your mother often comments on how your mannerism and the way of speaking resembles her. So the way you actually, the way of speaking or your speech resembles resemble hers, like exactly like your mom. So you can way of speaking resemble hers. So this one is better. Okay, well, let's talk about some words and phrases that I just used. For example, resemble, as I told you, is like look like. So you can use. And the next one, considerable, significant, when you say a lot of, so which better. So this is, for instance, for example, extroverted, noisy. It's better to use this word than noisy, and just this, okay? And this way you can make your answer well. And the next one, I want to ask you about the role of elderly, old people. How has the role of elderly people in the family changed in recent time? So it's me, how was in the past, how is present time?
Um, in my opinion, in the past, the role of the elderly people is very important because they the person who decide and who choose which decision to do for a family. And um, but now in the modern world today, I think their role is immediately like significantly changed. Like they are not the only person to choose the decision for a family, but all the member in a family will get together to get together and to like like consider together to give a decisions.
Well, let's see.
Um,
Yeah, the last word was like, I don't know what to say. So let's just finish it. Okay. So first, make decision. So because you when you're talking, so make decision. Okay. Well, so yeah, it's changed. So in the past, the role of uh, elderly people, so you said is very important. Forget. This is was because you're talking about past, so of course you can't. And because is the role of elderly people was very important. Very important. Why? Say significant. Why not? So when you want to say very important, just use significant. It's also good for um, writing, so you can. Okay, in my opinion, Okay, so when you want to indicate the past, of course, you can use in the past, but you have an adverb, hysterically referring to the past. It's formal. It's formal, don't forget. Elderly people, uh, elderly individual. So I had important role held is past form of hold. Why I'm using held? Because you actually mentioned the past we were talking about. Past a central role. Yeah. And decision making. So this one is better. Decision actually, but now they're not actually the sole decision makers. Okay, they're not the sole, no longer. Sole means only decision makers. Okay, so instead, the family members they come together, okay, to make decisions. This one is better. Okay, actually, they collaborate. So now let's see. Uh, I can say, if I were you, uh, historically or referring to the past, elderly individuals held a central role in family decision making. So let me say, in family decision making, they played important role. Actually, they were maybe primary, the first primary. Do you remember I told you? Decision makers. However, in today modern world, yeah, the role has significantly changed. They are no longer the sole decision makers. Instead, all family members come together to make decision. Okay?
Yes.
Well, very good. And now, do you have any questions related to this just part? Like,
No.
okay, very good. So let's keep going with part two. I want to ask you, just you can think about it for 1 minute and then I want you to describe a family celebration that you attended. You should say where actually it was held, why it was held, and what you did at the event, and why you enjoyed. Why you enjoyed. Okay, you can think about it. Let's see.
Yes.
Well,
Um, let's say one family celebration that I remember clearly is my grandmother's birthday. I think it's the biggest celebration that my family have organized. We have the organize we have the celebration at our house, and at that time all our relatives came to my house, even though who live far away from our house. And at in that day we decorated the living room with a lot of balloons, the photo of my grandmother, and flowers as well. Mm, like beside that, everyone like make a lot of dishes, full of the delicious food like sprinkles, sticky rice, and a lot of food, which is the traditional food of Vietnam. Um, yes, and I think the small special moment that is when my grandmother and whole member in my family take a photo together, because my grandmother is very old, so I think it can become one of the most um rem- memorables with her. And yes, that
yeah. Okay, well, thank you. It was good answer. So memorable, what good, but just memorable, and then you couldn't finish it. That was so good. So let's talk about it. Okay. Well, so you talked about a family celebration that was your grandmother birthday, right?
yes.
Okay, well, first of all, I didn't get the last part that if you mentioned why you enjoyed, or because that was the last part of question, why you enjoyed.
This is my grandmother birthday.
Yeah, of course. Well, you said why you enjoyed. Just, that was the last part of the question. So it's okay. We can complete it together. So yes, your family, one family celebration that you remember clearly is your grandmother. That was your actually the biggest celebration that your family has actually organized. Well, you can say my family, one family celebration that stands out in my memory. Stand out in my memory. I never forget. So, it's my grandmother's birthday. I think it was the most significant, again, the most important, significant celebration my family has organized. And again, we hosted, yeah, the event at our home. And despite distance, all our relatives gathered. So you can use gather here, and past form gathered to celebrate with us. And of course, in that date, you decorated. Let's see what all the decorate is good with numerous balloons, but we adorned our living room with numerous lot of balloons, okay, and a picture you said of your a portrait of your grandmother and flowers, and you prepared variety of traditional Vietnamese dishes such as sticky rice, you said. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and of course got it. And the most special moment when your grandmother and your family members actually took a photo together. And of course, your especially due to my grandmother is old, my grandmother's advanced age. Yeah, given my grandmother's advanced age. Okay. It has become one of the most cherished memories. Cherished memories with her. Memorable because you use with her. Cherished. Okay. It's like, impactful impression that you can use. Emotional, and you can use it. Like it was really great. Emotional. Okay, and of course memories with her. Well, okay, so there is no time, unfortunately. So do you have any questions? So we should skip this part. I think we discussed it in detail, but if you have any questions, now you can ask me.
No, but you can you take pictures of this
Of
tour for
course,
me?
I will send you screenshot. Of course, just as soon as I finish my next class, I will send it. Okay?
Yes,
Well, thank you and have a great week and see you.
yes. Goodbye, teacher.
Goodbye. See you. Goodbye.